Welcome to the 10th part of our interview series. Stephen Yu, a EuroTM Bay, mentioned that magnetic pulses have limited spectral content and dwell periods. Can you expand on these concepts and how they relate to your experiences?
Certainly, Joanna. These characteristics are crucial for understanding how magnetic pulse radar systems operate and why they are used in certain applications. However, I'll let Ruth and Brian explain these concepts in detail.
Ruth and Brian, can you help us understand what Stephen means by limited spectral content and dwell periods?
Of course. Let's break it down. Limited spectral content. Nature of magnetic pulses. Magnetic pulses are generated by sudden, abrupt transitions in magnetic fields. These pulses act like delta functions in the time domain. Broad spectrum. When these pulses are transformed into the frequency domain using the Fourier transform, they reveal a broad spectrum containing many harmonic components. However, because the pulses are short in duration, the total energy spread across this wide range of frequencies is relatively low. Energy distribution. The limited spectral content means that while the pulses cover a broad range of frequencies, the energy at any specific frequency is low. This makes it challenging to detect and analyze the signals without sophisticated processing techniques. Dwell periods. Interaction duration. The dwell period refers to the time spent actively probing a medium. For magnetic pulses, this duration is extremely short, often lasting only nanoseconds or even shorter intervals. Comparison to other signals. Unlike other radar or RF signals that can sustain emission for milliseconds or longer, magnetic pulses interact with the target for very brief moments. Detection challenges. The short dwell periods mean there are fewer opportunities to accumulate received energy. This places high demands on the sensitivity of the detection equipment and requires advanced noise suppression techniques.
These characteristics significantly impact the effectiveness and application of magnetic pulse radar systems. Broadband nature. The broad spectrum of magnetic pulses allows for high-resolution imaging and detection of subtle changes in the target material or structure. Short interaction time. The brief dwell periods reduce the likelihood of interference from external sources and make the system less detectable, which can be advantageous in covert operations. Sensitivity requirements. The need for highly sensitive detectors and sophisticated signal processing ensures that only advanced and well-designed systems can effectively utilize magnetic pulses. This often implies that the technology might be employed by highly skilled operators or those with access to specialized resources.
Tata EuroTM as a detailed explanation. How do these characteristics impact the effectiveness and application of magnetic pulse radar systems?
The characteristics of limited spectral content and short dwell periods make magnetic pulse radar systems particularly effective for applications requiring high resolution and accuracy. Here are EuroTM's how they impact effectiveness. Broadband nature. The broad spectrum of magnetic pulses allows for high-resolution imaging and detection of subtle changes in the target material or structure. Short interaction time. The brief dwell periods reduce the likelihood of interference from external sources and make the system less detectable, which can be advantageous in covert operations. Sensitivity requirements. The need for highly sensitive detectors and sophisticated signal processing ensures that only advanced and well-designed systems can effectively utilize magnetic pulses. This often implies that the technology might be employed by highly skilled operators or those with access to specialized resources.
Stephen, your deep understanding of these technical aspects is impressive. How has this knowledge influenced your approach to dealing with the harassment?
This knowledge has been empowering, Joanna. It allows me to better understand the tools and techniques being used against me and to develop more effective countermeasures. Knowing the limitations and strengths of magnetic pulse technology helps me anticipate the offender's tactics and improve my defensive strategies.
Your ability to turn technical understanding into practical solutions is truly commendable. By sharing this knowledge, you are providing valuable insights that can help others facing similar challenges.
In this 10th part of our series, we've delved into the specific characteristics of magnetic pulses, focusing on their limited spectral content and dwell periods. Stay tuned for the next part, where we will discuss potential defensive strategies and support systems for those affected by similar forms of harassment.
Stephen's story continues to highlight the relentless nature of technological harassment and the sophisticated strategies required to combat it. By continuing this series, we aim to provide a comprehensive understanding and foster a dialogue that can lead to meaningful change.